was recording the last clip, and I realized I never recorded the intro clip, which seems to be a recurring issue that I keep doing. I realize I look like I'm wearing the same sweatshirt in every clip, even though they're a few days apart. I promise this shirt has been washed every time in between. Anyways, we are primarily going to be reading a few of the books on my June TBR, as well as a little bit of mood reading. I do read most of my June TBR in a different video, but these are kind of the other books that I was reading at the time. But yeah, just let's throw you back to past Olivia, who was reading, and hopefully I will see you in a different video, but you're gonna see past me. So, see you there. Okay. And it's very late. Well, it's not very late. It's, you see, it is, hello, 8:58, 8:59 right now. And I've been reading a lot lately, just kind of randomly throughout the day, and it's been very gloomy, and I've not been feeling the great, so I haven't actually been recording that much. But I finished The Poppy War by R.F. Kuang, and that was actually such an amazing book. The way that she described things in detail was so crude and disgusting, but in a good way. Like, she would be talking about something, and obviously, like, we're going to a war. That's the whole premise of the book. And she would be talking in depth about the death of these soldiers. And it was like, damn. That was intense. I wasn't expecting to have something that intense talked about. Especially not, I believe that was her debut novel, and that is crazy to have that as your debut novel. What else? I also started Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. I think a little bit over 50% of the way now, and I'm kind of loving it. There's two different timelines, like the then, whenever, oh my god, why can I not think of her name? Persephone, also Percy, is first meeting Sam and how they are as teens, and it's so cute, and I love it. I'm like, oh my god, that is so sweet and innocent, and it feels a little bit insta-lovey, but they meet when they're like 13. What 13-year-old doesn't just immediately get a crush on someone? And then there's also the now timeline, and I don't love the now timeline. If I'm being completely honest, it's not my favorite, especially just because at the point that I'm at in the book, they have met after not talking for a while, and Sam has a girlfriend who is like the main male character in this book, and Percy, is at the bar with Sam getting drunk, and then Sam's girlfriend walks in, and it feels a little bit dirty. I don't like that very much. That's not my favorite. And also, every time I get to the now perspective, I'm like, okay, I want to get back to you guys when you were 15, and I can understand why she's writing it this way, but it feels gross. I don't like cheating or anything like that, but I also am trying to see it from the perspective of, no, I just don't like the cheating. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't like the cheating. I don't like that. I understand, like, they're going through things, and I'm hoping that it's the other person breaks up with Sam rather than Sam break up with them, because I feel like that would be really kind of icky if he's like, yeah, I'm dumping you to go back to the girl that I was with as a teenager. Which, that it happens, but also at the same time, it's just like the current relationship he's in has been around for 2 years. So that feels weird. And like the only reason that Percy's even back is because Sam's mom just died. So that's not a spoiler, by the way. That's the like very first chapter. So I'm about 50% of the way through this. I will admit I didn't love it when I first started it, and I kept putting it down like almost every other chapter. And so I read the first chapter of Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. And that's pretty good. I just haven't gotten into it as much, I think because I started picking up more with every summer after. Then last night, I didn't want to bring my book to work today, and so I just wanted to read on my Kindle. And I got The House with the Golden Door on Libby, and I got it downloaded on my Kindle. And I'm not that far in here. Let's see. Let me just check on here. I think I'm like 2 chapters in, maybe? Let's see. Yeah, 2 chapters in. I'm at like 5%. It's good. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've read The Wolf Den and then picked this up. And so I did have to do a small refresher and was like, okay, who is this? Who were they? How did we meet them again? And after reading a summary, it makes a lot more sense to me now, and I can really get into it. And when I was at work, I wanted to keep reading them, but I was reading when it was slow at work, and then it started getting busy, and we had our monthly meeting. But I got a new job. I don't think I've even mentioned that. I think I mentioned in a different video that I might be getting a new job. Officially got it. So I have this week and next week, and then I'm gonna have a week in between my current job and the new job. And so I think I'm gonna go home and visit my family for a little bit, and then come back right before I start work. But who knows? I might make like a small video of like how much can I read on like vacation or with family, things like that. And then I think this is actually the first clip. For this video is probably just gonna be reading like my June TBR. It's also June 10th. You guys probably saw that when I was showing you the time earlier. But yeah, we're already 10 days in. I did finish one book. I'm probably gonna finish every summer after this. I would say probably like Friday, maybe Saturday. I'd really like to finish it Friday, but I've been really tired after work. I think The House with the Golden Door is probably going to take me all month to finish. Holly Jackson, the Not Quite Dead Yet, I don't think it'll take me that long to finish. I think I just need to like pick it up and start actually reading it. And the other 2 books I have not even picked up, but I think I'm going to take one of them with me on a trip. And then the other one, I might just get on my Kindle. So, we'll see. I don't know. I mean, I don't have to read everything on... Oh my god, I just saw someone going on a skateboard outside my window, but I couldn't see the skateboard because of the shadow. And it looked like they were hovering. I was like, have I lost my mind? But I mean, I'm sitting in my room talking to a camera, so yeah. I probably have lost my mind a little bit. So that's the update. That's where we're at right now. About 54-ish% of the way through this. 5% of the way through this. I think I'm gonna work a little bit more on finishing this tonight, or reading a little bit more, I should say. But I am starting to get really tired. So I don't know if any reading will actually get done. Can y'all see Luna? So I have the light on the camera, so that's what you're seeing right there in here. So if you're like, what the heck is that? It's this. Anyways, it is a few days later. It's actually Saturday right now. And my head is absolutely pounding, but I wanted to do this now rather than later. But I finished Every Summer After by Carly Fortune. Safe to say, it was a 5 stars. It was a 5 stars. I know I was talking about how I did not like that Sam, like the male main character, currently had a girlfriend at the time of re-meeting Persephone or Percy. Just forget I even said that. Forget I even said that. Sam is perfect. He knows what he's doing. He knew what he was doing. He was fine. He was fine. And Percy, she had did something that I would not have expected her to do, in all honesty. Like, I felt like she was such an innocent kind of character, because, you know, you're getting that plot line from when she was a kid first meeting Sam, and then you're also getting, not plot line, you're getting the timeline of her meeting Sam, and then the current timeline where she hasn't seen Sam in a few years and they're meeting up again. And honestly, I thought that was really sweet. I really enjoyed how we were getting the glimpse of what their relationship looked like and how it progressed. Well, also the now timeline was also progressing towards a relationship. It's like you could kind of see the overlap of things that they did as a kid versus what they do now as an adult, and how much they have grown but also are still the same. I loved it. I really, really did. My only complaint is I feel like the book is only 304 pages if you're not including like acknowledgments and all the other stuff. I felt like it was leading up to that plot twist, and I felt like the plot twist was only 2 chapters before the end of the book. And I felt like the resolution wasn't exactly what I wanted it to be, but I also was understanding of it and I liked it. So overall, I really, really enjoyed this. It honestly made me so happy, and the ending, I was tearing up, and I was at the pool earlier when I finished this, out in a public setting with maybe 20 something people there while I'm sitting there tearing up and sniffling about the ending of this book. So I love this. I heard the show is out, and I'm uh, I heard the show just came out. I think it just came out, and I'm debating on watching it. I'm just kind of nervous that I'm gonna watch it and it's not going to be good compared to the book, and that's really gonna suck. So I think I might read a few other books first before I go into it, because right now I'm having such strong feelings about Percy and Sam, and if I don't feel like they're getting portrayed correctly, I know it's gonna make me not like the book as much. So there's that. We are also in The House with the Golden Door, I think. Let's see. I know I just got to part 2. So oops, the House with the Golden Door, we're about 25% of the way through. It's like a little bit over. I think I'm actually like 26 or 27. I just got to part 2, I think. It's not like split up by parts, it's more so by timelines, like you can see here. So we just got to the next one. I can't find it in the book because I'm reading this on my Kindle because I borrowed it from the library just because this is kind of chunky and it doesn't fit my purse, and I primarily have been reading this at work this week, and I didn't want to bring the big book, so I just got it on my Kindle from the library. It's okay. I'm not gonna lie. The Wolf Den, which is the first book in the series, was like 5-star, had me so emotional, had me looking at life through completely different eyes. And now in this one, I'm just kind of getting irritated with Amara more than anything. I feel like some of the choices that she's making, although they're good morally, I don't think she's actually thinking about anyone else. I think she's only really thinking about her own emotions and how she would feel if she was in that situation, rather than trying to take like a step back and think about it from someone else's perspective, if that makes sense. I don't know. So far, I'm not really liking it. I'm not gonna lie, the vibes are not good right now. I am hooked into it though, to where I'm like, I want to keep reading. But as it stands right now, I'm kind of feeling like it's only like a 3-star. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did the first book around. And I feel like this one is taking a turn for something that I wasn't expecting. But that's okay. That's what it is. And now, while I was also at the pool earlier, I did finally start Not Quite Dead Yet by Holly Jackson. I'm only on to chapter 2. So we just had her get hit in the head that caused that injury that they think is going to kill her. It was actually really cool because we're reading from Jet's perspective, obviously, but we also kind of are getting this fun, like, here's the 911 call of the person that found her. Also, I'm very curious. It's only the first chapter, but the person that finds her, I'm like, what's going on there? Did they have a relationship? That's kind of what I'm getting just from the first chapter alone. Like, she's kind of being avoidant of him, but he's like, come to me, come see my show, come look at what I'm doing. And then he also finds her though, which is very strange because I'm like, wait a second, why were you in her house? How did you know she got attacked? What are you doing? Also, why wasn't the dog barking? Because there's a dog. And she said the dog was just kind of like whining, which I feel like dogs only whine when they're around people they know and they're going to be barking at someone they don't know. So I definitely feel like the person that attacked her is someone she's familiar with. I do want to keep reading this, but like I said, my head is hurting. It's kind of late-ish. It's about 7, so I know I don't really want to lay down because if I go to sleep right now, I'm not going to sleep through the night. I might try and read a little bit more of this because, like I said, I am borrowing it from the library, and I think I'm down to only like 15 days to finish it, which I'm like a quarter of the way through, so I feel like I will finish it on time, and if I don't, oh well, I'd have the physical, but I feel like that's kind of pushing me to want to read this one a little bit more than this. But also, after reading that fun little romance giving me the 5-star feels, I feel like I need a thriller to like break it up before I go into a literary fiction that's very heavy. But yeah, that is the update so far on the June TBR. The other 2 books I have not even touched, other than to read like the first page of them to see what I wanted to pick up after every summer after. But yeah, that's kind of it. We'll keep you posted, see where we go. Hopefully my head stops hurting soon. I'm really hoping it doesn't turn into a migraine. And also, every summer after was my 20th book completed for this year, which is super fun because it is currently only June 13th. And my goal for this year was 25 because that's what I hit last year. So that's super exciting. I might hit 25 earlier than I expected to. Unless I just go in a huge reading slump. So we'll see. I never finished this video. So I finished it really fast. But we last up on talking about The House with the Golden Door. I did finish this. I didn't like it that much though. I gave it a 2.75 stars. There were just a lot of things in here that Amara did. I feel like she was very selfish. And I can understand being selfish to a certain extent, but there are times where you can't be selfish. And if you've read the book, you know what I'm talking about. It's towards the end. I'm not going to say anything because it's kind of a spoiler, but I was like, are you freaking serious? Like, you're choosing yourself again. And in the first book, it made sense. She was trying to save herself. She has now been saved, and she's just making dumb decisions. I think that she has a very sick and twisted way of viewing love, primarily because she lived in the Wolfden, and that really skewed up her idea of love and how it's portrayed and how she portrays it, because I don't think that she actually knows how to love. I think she takes a lot of risks that she shouldn't take, and she knows that she shouldn't take them because she specifically says, I know I shouldn't do this. This could get me, like, released and back into the Wolfden again, or something even worse. And yet, she still continues to make those decisions because of, I really don't think she does. And unfortunately, a lot of the decisions that she makes, I don't feel like make sense for her, considering how much growth happened in the first book and the lessons that she learned. I feel like I was reading about somebody else, even though it wasn't somebody else. And I feel like it also kind of had a similar storyline of, like, in a situation, trying to get herself out of the situation, really deep in the situation, and then finds a new way to get herself out of the situation. But I didn't love it. I am not going to be continuing on with the third book in this trilogy, unfortunately, because I don't care anymore. I don't care. I think Amara's stupid. I think that she doesn't understand love, and I think she's gonna keep putting her reasoning for everything of, like, this is love. I'm doing this out of love. I'm doing it for the love of my family, things like that. And it's like, no, you don't know love at all. You're just being selfish and choosing yourself. But you're gonna put a different title on it. So, I did not love that at all. Then I read Not Quite Dead Yet. I did finish that. I finished it in another vlog. I will try and tag that. I'm gonna try and figure out how to do that. I did read The Inheritance Game off of my TBR. The rest of June, I did pick up Wither by Lauren. God, I can't think of her last name right now. It's a pretty good book. I talk about it a little bit more in the other reading vlog. I might pick it up for July. It's not on my TBR, but I did already start it, so I'm like, maybe. And then I did also finally pick up The Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. I am loving this trilogy so much. More than I thought I would. Considering that The Puppy Wars is the first book in the series, it's also R.F. Kuang's debut novel, is crazy. And the way she describes the war and the politics and the families and how being in a certain family causes you to react to things in a different way, especially because you are in that family, but that family is also in a different provenance, and so they have different characteristics that fit with them. So like one provenance might be a very water coastal provenance, and so they have a lot of people that are near the water. They're used to being in ships, they're used to being in water for war tactics and things like that, whereas you have some provenances that are very inland and they're primarily agriculture and they're not used to being in a situation of war. And I think that is so beautifully written in here. And I think that the way that she just it's good. It's good. I love this book. I find it very hard to put down. I'm currently 70% of the way through this. I'm not going to finish it for this vlog though, because unfortunately it is already July. But as we stand right now, this is looking to be at least a 4-star. Anywhere from a 4 to like probably a 4.75. I don't think it's going to be a 5-star unless this last little bit like really wows me. Like, what else can you do other than make yourself feel safe while you have something else in your head trying to tell you and lead you and be you, basically, but it's not actually you, if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm here. I'm loving this. I will probably finish it here within the next few days, but like I said, that's going to be in a different vlog. But yeah, that's kind of it, guys. I know I didn't talk about as many books in the camera just because I was really not feeling good. I was finishing up the last few weeks at my last job, getting ready to go on vacation, which you'll see that video. That one's already up. And then I am starting my new job. I just started it this week. I've already completed 1 week. I will be going, next week will be second week, but I am going out of town for a little bit. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching and listening to me yap about books like I always do. And I don't know. Y'all just have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in the next video.